You never have to be the cocky fucker to win in racing or win in any sport. You know? And I've had people go, well, you do. You have to have a bit of cockiness in you, man. That is total horseshit. The moment that helmet goes on, you can turn into a fucking trained assassin killer.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from fifth all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the podcast. And it is Drive to Survive, Season 2, Episode 7. Wow, we're nearly on to Season 3. I can't believe it. We're flying through these guys, even though we're still reviewing every Formula 1 weekend, 24. It's great. We're flying. It's fantastic. Today is all about the Ferrari team. Now, this is a great one, I find. And this is, if I'd explain this episode in one sentence, this would be the teams making up rules as they go along. They'll do whatever they want at any time they want. They don't give a fuck. Whatever's the benefit for the team, not the driver. And it really does show, guys, the emphasis on how much, even though one team can favor another driver over another, it just really goes to show that it's not about the driver having the power here, which a lot of people think, right? This is actually about the team deciding to do whatever the fuck they want, because the driver can get fired at any time. You know? I mean, they really can. A driver could get fired at any stage. Now, he could do something incredibly bad, this or that, change the rules, fuck the team over, and they get fired. Whereas the team won't get fired, all right? Because it's the team. And this really does emphasize and show you in this episode the power of a team. So again, it's a very good one, I find. And so what we're here doing is we're following Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc, Ferrari teammates. And so here we go. So at the start, so this is the intro. And the two boys are in the car, Leclerc and Vettel. They're in the car now, right? And they're off track. So they're going home to the hotel at the night or whatever it is, but they're driving together. And they're taking the piss out of each other, right? About music and stuff. Like, a lot of people don't realize that this shit happens a lot. And it's not just about taking the piss out of each other. There can be little jabs thrown here as well, right? You know, like, let's just put this guy back in his place, you know? I think we've all experienced that to some degree where some guy fancies your girlfriend, some girlfriend fancies your boyfriend, some person's jealous of and they just can't stop jabbing at you, right? Now, to be fair, these boys actually get on. Right? Believe you me, like, a lot of teammates can be a lot different and a lot uglier to each other, but it is a true story. And I like the way about the two boys that there's a bit of banter, there's a bit of piss taken too, but it's all harmless. In fairness, it's all harmless. So then the next scene we jump onto, and they're talking about Ferrari in general here. Now, Ferrari, I mean, what a team. And even in the program, guys, they're part of Formula 1. They really are. And they even mention at one stage here in the episode that if you win in Ferrari, you go down as one of a legend. I mean, you wouldn't say that for every driver, because there's like Kimi Räikkönen. He only won one championship with Ferrari. So can you actually declare him a legend? He's a legend in his own way, but it's not because he was a driver for Ferrari. So no, yeah, I wouldn't agree with that part, but if you start winning multiple championships with Ferrari, I think you really do. Or if you have won multiple championships already and then you win with Ferrari, then I think you're probably a legend. But I mean, it really is, guys. They're the backbone of motor racing. I don't care, 100 years from now, Ferrari will still be in Formula 1 when we're all gone. 200, 300, 400 years. Again, assuming Formula 1 is still on this planet at that stage in a couple of hundred years. Ferrari will still be there. They really will. They've been there since day one, pretty much. I don't actually, you know what, don't quote me, I have a bit of a brain fart now, but they have. And true, this is why Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari. Let's make no mistake about it. Yes, you're not going to go to Ferrari just because they're Ferrari and they've got the worst car in the grid. No, of course not. You're going because they're goddamn legends. You've had Schumacher, Niki Lauda, Alain Prost. I mean, you've had Nigel Mansell. Some of the greats of all time have been with Ferrari. Who wouldn't? You'd give your right nut sack to drive for Ferrari. Incredible cars, incredible team. And would you go as far as saying Formula 1, Ferrari is Formula 1, Formula 1 is Ferrari? You wouldn't go that far, but you'd be pretty close. You really would. They're that much of a legend, guys. You know? Anyway, let's move on. So, I love this now. You see, this is where you see a very, very clever driver here now, guys. You see Charles Leclerc, we flash on to Leclerc speaking in Italian. And he's giving some feedback to the team. He's having a chat to them, this and that. He's saying good morning to the team boss in Italian. You know, I tell you guys, that's... Leclerc is saying saying good morning. Leclerc is saying good morning to the team boss in Italian. It's no easy task, guys. Leclerc now, I mean, he's come from France and he speaks French, English, obviously Italian. God only knows what other languages he speaks, but that's not an easy task to do. I mean, even if you're like, even when you're a child, we all know this. Your memory, you're a child growing up. And your mind is like a sponge absorbing so much information. And it's probably easier to even learn and adapt to languages that age. But, you know, the older we get, the more, not dumber we get, but you know where I'm coming from. It's harder to learn things and et cetera, et cetera. So it's hard, man. But, you know, for racing, guys, that would definitely give you an advantage. It wouldn't give you the end result as in you're going to win championships now and that's it, job done. Absolutely not. But it does show. It's kind of like doing that new job interview. That'll go a long way in Ferrari, man. A long way. I mean, like, guys, Ferrari really are that team that if you put down the car in any way, shape or form, you're screwed. Like, these guys could fire your ass tomorrow morning. They're that bad. You know? You could go to Mercedes or Williams or Red Bull and you could say, no, the car was very, very bad today. And the team know that you didn't mean it. Like, no, it's a piece of crap, right? And that will be okay, right? Again, depending on how you say it and the context, right? But let's say you did. Let's say you meant it in the nicest way possible, okay? You get where I'm coming from in this one, guys, right? Ferrari would dump your ass for that. Like, you can see, if you pay very close attention, you can see Charles Leclerc being very, very careful in what he's saying in this episode. Pay very close attention. Now, maybe with the experience of racing and all that, maybe it's easier for me to see that, but just keep an eye out for that. Hopefully you can spot it, guys, in this one, because he's playing the game so bad. And I wouldn't say he's a sneaky guy, Charles Leclerc. Not at all. I honestly don't think he is. I honestly don't think he is. He just plays the game a bit. He's just a game player, you know? You know, you don't know if he's that pissed off. You don't know if he's that angry. What's he going to be like if the doors are closed? You know, maybe it doesn't mean that he's going to jab at you or be sneaky. No. But maybe you just don't know how his true emotion's going to be. Do you get where I'm coming from on that one? Hard to know about that. But okay, let's move it on. So the next part, we go over to Sebastian Vettel. Now, Vettel's saying here, and quoting him, "We fight very hard on the track, but I'd be disappointed if it was the wrong energy off the track." Direct quote from Sebastian Vettel. The guy loves to have the banter. You know, I gotta hand it to him. Yeah, at the start of the episode here, you can see him taking a little bit of piss take out of Charles Leclerc. But the guy does love banter. Off track. He's just one of these guys, right? That just likes a bit of banter with the teammate. Okay? He's not out, and in a way I really kind of admire that, because that's off track, not on track. You don't have to be the cocky asshole. You know, a lot of people say to me, so, you know, is it like when you were racing, is it really like you know, you have to be a cocky fucker? I've always said this, and I've never once gone the other way. You never have to be the cocky fucker to win in racing or win in any sport. You know? And I've had people go, well, you do. You have to have a bit of cockiness in you, man. That is total horseshit. The moment that helmet goes on, you can turn into a fucking trained assassin killer and want to destroy everybody. But the moment it's off you, you're a completely different person. Or whichever way you look at it, you're the complete opposite way around, the other way around. You can have nice people. Michael Schumacher, known to be a really, really nice guy. But the moment that helmet goes on, he will try to fucking destroy you. You know? That's what I like about Sebastian Vettel, I have to say. We go over to, ladies and gents, the Tifosi. Oh dear God. If you don't know who the Tifosi are, ladies and gents, that is the Italian fans. They have to be the best in the world. There's no two ways about it. They are obsessed. Now, I've seen Brazilian fans and the way they are about their Brazilian drivers plus Ayrton Senna. I would have them right up there for me. I'd have my own Irish fans up there, of course, but again, we don't have an F1 driver who's competing for titles and race wins, so, you know, we can't tell, right? But, the Tifosi fans, guys, I mean, these people sit in their barber shop discussing the whole way through their haircut how Sebastian Vettel or Charles Leclerc or Michael Schumacher is leaving the team down because they're not bringing in the results. I mean, you give the Tifosi 3 results, one after another, 3 results where the team is going horrible, they'll turn on you. And you know what? I'm not saying anything bad about them. I love them. I love the Tifosi. It's just hard to please them. And you know what? They're dead right. They got standards. I like that. I love that about them, actually. Not like, I fucking love that. They got standards. You know? They want winning. That's it. I mean, you see even here where Charles Leclerc wins in front of the Italian home crowd. It's not even his home crowd, but it's his home track's team. And the atmosphere, and he said it has to be the best race of his life. I'm not surprised. Even when I was in Zandvoort in Holland and I won, Zandvoort in Holland, and I'm an Irish guy, Zandvoort in Holland is our home track. Still is my home track in my mind. Genuinely still is. Where's my home track in the world? Apart from karting, it's Zandvoort in Holland. And I won at the home track, and it was the greatest race ever. Ever. In cars now, not karts. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, that's the fans, man. That's the atmosphere. These, like, honestly, guys, I would recommend anyone going to Grand Prix in in Italy if you really want to get that Ferrari buzz. I mean, it's mental down there. It's crazy down there. It's great. If you really want the intensity, you got to go Ferrari, man. You just got to go Ferrari team, Ferrari home track. Simple as that. So then we move on, guys, to, okay, well, here's where I don't rate Sebastian Vettel very highly. Now, Vettel has a spin at Imola, as we can see. Monza, sorry. And we flash over to him. He takes a spin, right? No big deal. People have spins. But what he did when he came back on the track was insane. Now, look, guys, I've said this a few times on my podcasts. The vision that we have looking out in a cockpit, if you actually do play Formula 1 games on PlayStation, that is as realistic as it can get once you change the camera view into the cockpit mode, right? Now, again, That's being generous in a way, okay? And believe me, when you're doing an actual real speed versus a sim speed, it's a different world, okay? A much different world, the actual real speed. But it gives you an idea at least, right? But still, yes, okay, here's what a normal racing driver would fucking do here. If you can't see what's happening right in front of you, and you can't see what's coming your way, like he nearly takes Lance Stroll off. He literally puts the accelerator down, spins the car around, and nearly takes one of the guys off coming up next to him. Now, if you can't fucking see, you don't take that risk of fucking killing yourself and someone else. Because he was lucky that Lance Stroll didn't T-bone him. In other words, go straight into the side of his car. And then that could have been a real big fucking accident for Sebastian Vettel. I mean, what was he thinking, man? Jesus, reverse, man. Reverse. And then get into a place where you can see what's coming. Okay, worst case scenario, get onto the team. Hey, who's coming? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And then they tell you, go, 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 right? Because they'd have all that telemetry too, where you can see all the cars going around. You see a little ball on the screen, and they'd be able to tell you. You know, they say, okay, wait. Okay, go, 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 go. You know? Like, he got away with murder there, man. I mean, fucking hell, what was he thinking? Jesus. So dangerous. Okay, so then we go to Singapore Grand Prix. Now this is where we get to the real drama juicy bits, guys. So Vettel overtakes Leclerc from a pit stop, okay? Leclerc is leading the race. Now, before we get into this, it's Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel are the only two at this stage to have a chance to win the championship right here, okay? Coming up in the next few races. Now, Hamilton's looking damn good, but Vettel needs to do a bit of work. He needs to make sure he's really capitalizing on race wins here. So, Leclerc is ahead. Then all of a sudden, Sebastian Vettel comes in. He does a 3-second pit stop. Then, he comes back on the track. And the way they just timed it, everything, he comes out ahead of Leclerc when Leclerc makes his pit stop. Okay? So in other words, Vettel, sorry, actually that even sounded confusing, guys, I'm sorry. So Vettel makes a pit stop, good one, he comes on the track. Leclerc now makes his pit stop a little while afterwards. He does a 2.4 second pit stop. Now Vettel does a 3-second one. Vettel does a 2.4. So, Leclerc had a 2.4. Jeez, I'm getting all confused. Vettel had a 3-second pit stop. Leclerc had a 2.4. My apologies, guys, okay? That's what it is. Vettel 3, Leclerc 2.4. So Leclerc had the quicker pit stop. But Vettel was close enough before the pit stop that he came out ahead, and maybe he got a perfect run through a certain area. In other words, guys, when Leclerc was coming in, he might have got held up for 1 second on his last lap before he came into the pit lane, right? And then they didn't time that part. They only timed the actual pit stop, you see. That's what could have happened there. Now then Vettel goes out ahead. He's winning. And then all of a sudden, Vettel comes on. Leclerc comes on. And he goes, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm sorry. I'll be completely honest. I don't get what just happened. I don't understand it at all. Now, why is he complaining? In other words, they obviously had a different plan, still take the lead, and there'd be team orders, and Vettel would slow down a little bit, and then let Leclerc ahead, etc., etc. That's obviously what's going on here, because he comes out, it looks all perfectly logical. Vettel makes a good pit stop. He didn't get held up. Leclerc made an even better one, but yet he comes out slower. So, what's the problem? Well, there's obviously team orders going on, guys. That's exactly what's going on. In a nutshell, that's exactly what's going on. Now, why Leclerc is getting bent out of shape? Because their boy Vettel has a chance to win the world championship here. He's got a chance to win the World Championship. So of course you're going to put all your effort into Sebastian Vettel. Why wouldn't you? Why are you going to let Leclerc off the hook and let him have the win? No, you need your boy, your golden boy here at the moment. And doesn't mean he's actually your golden boy, guys. It just means for now, hey guys, look, Sebastian, he's looking our boy here. He's actually in a chance to win the championship. Okay, guys, stop what you're doing. We need to put all our attention into Sebastian Vettel. 100% agree with Ferrari on this one. In fact, I even say to myself, Charles Leclerc, are you off your fucking game? Seriously. And guys, you know me. I rate Charles Leclerc. I love him. I think he's a great driver. I really rate him. Nice guy. But in this scenario, he's out of his fucking mind why the Ferrari team would not put their efforts into Sebastian Vettel. There's only a few races to go. Unbelievable. Shocked. Like, how are you saying this? Now, okay. Now here it gets really interesting. Now, after Singapore, so Vettel, guys, anyway, sorry, at Singapore, Vettel beats Charles Leclerc, okay? Now we go to Russia. Again, the championship's getting closer and closer. There's more intensity coming. Who's going to win? It's hard to know. And then Russia comes. Now, Vettel is told to move over for Leclerc. And then he doesn't, and he waits for Leclerc to close up. Now, I personally think, and I could be wrong on this, I personally think Ferrari just pretended and played along with Sebastian with this one. Okay? I genuinely believe they did. In other words, what was the point of this? What does this all mean? Okay. So, Leclerc obviously wanted to take the lead or take the advantage over from Vettel because he was behind. Sebastian Vettel is told by the team, slow down, let him through, let him catch up, and then let him catch you, overtake you, and then get a better position. That's the idea here, right? But Sebastian Vettel doesn't play ball here. He doesn't play ball. And I'll tell you why. It was actually quite a clever move. Sebastian Vettel has a good lead here, right? Now, technically, if Charles Leclerc is the better car and faster car, he'll pass him eventually anyway, right? Wouldn't you think? Of course, duh. That's a no-brainer. Of course, obviously, if he's the faster car. Now, Sebastian Vettel could keep going until the last or second lap, keep pushing like crazy, don't slow down yet, and then from 2 laps or 1 lap to the end, then let him overtake. Right? That's what you can do. Okay? That's what you can do. And then at least you're obeying team orders. But the reason why Sebastian Vettel's not slowing down is because he doesn't want to lose any more time to the guys in front. He doesn't want anybody to catch up with him either, in case something happens. So in other words, guys, it's better to have a 15-second lead than a 5-second lead right on the last lap. Why? Because just in case you go through the last corner and you get a puncture, right? All of a sudden you're going really, really slow. Oh God, he's closing in on me, right? And then you're screwed, because then you haven't had a big lead and the guy in second position overtakes you. Now, he also let that play in his favor here. Okay? Sebastian Vettel. He knew that the team can't really complain too much on that one, because you don't want to lose ground just in case these things happen, guys. And then Austin, we see Leclerc's power unit goes 2 hours before qualifying. That sucks. It puts a lot of pressure on a team. Lot of pressure. But they got another engine in. They had to sort it. Now, as they're getting the engine sorted, now again here, this is where I think Leclerc is playing the game here. His mechanic says to him, we're fixing it. Leclerc doesn't say a word. He just walks off, and you can tell he's fucking pissed. He's thinking, is the team fucking with me? That is exactly what he's thinking. Vettel's not helping me out here. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. They want their golden boy to win the championship. Well, and blindly goddamn right. I completely agree with Ferrari here. And Sebastian Vettel is I'm not a huge fan of his. But you go where the pudding is here, right? You know, I mean, Jesus. But you can just tell he doesn't say a word. And then Vettel qualifies second, Leclerc fourth. And then we see a flashover, and I'm delighted actually that they show this one, guys, here. They show Sebastian Vettel on the Saturday night in America. They show him talking to a crowd. Now, who is this crowd? This is the sponsorship. This is a big event for some of the sponsors. They've probably been here all weekend. They're flown out to these race events. The drivers will come in, and this is a lot of the behind the scenes, guys. Like, this section alone is the heartbeat, the pulse, the beating heart of Formula 1 here. Without these people in the background, Formula 1 doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. So having the sponsors there. So what happened at the race weekend, guys, you see Sebastian now, he's standing up in front of the audience. So in other words, Sebastian will probably go in the race or the qualifying morning on a Saturday morning, say hi to everybody, right? Hello guys, how you doing? Answer a couple of questions and right, this and that. He'll go back out. Okay guys, we'll see you later after qualifying. Can't wait to see you all. We'll have a good chat, blah, blah. They'll go out to qualifying. They'll come back in then again, like Sebastian's doing. He's on the stage answering the questions, right? Then race weekend, say the same thing. They'll come in, thank all the sponsors for being there. Maybe do some one-on-ones, as in like the guests in the crowd will ask the drivers personally one-on-one, this type of thing. Then after the race, same thing again, big speech, answer a couple of questions, etc, etc. So I mean, it's very, very important to put on a great show for the sponsors. You fly them out, you put them up in hotels, you have these seminars and the events where they're upstairs in the paddock clubs, the VIP sections at the Formula 1 race weekends. They're whining and dining them. Literally, they're all drinking away for the whole day, eating away for the whole day. You gotta have it. It's crucial. It's everything. I mean, it's everything. So, I mean, it really is. And you know what? I'll probably do a podcast on the sponsorship one, actually, and it just made me think of, actually, that could be a good one to do sometime. Because again, it is, guys. It's crucial, man. It's so important. It's the heartbeat of motorsport. Really is. Because even before, or if you don't, or if you do get to Formula 1 or IndyCar, like, guys, Formula 1 or IndyCar is when you actually get paid as a driver. Up until then, you're not getting paid. And if you're bringing sponsorship money to the table all the way up the ladder, then if you get to Formula 1, it actually goes the other way around. The teams can afford to pay you now because they're getting sponsorship. Do you see where I'm coming from? They're getting sponsorship, so they can afford to pay the drivers now. So, anyway, guys, that is Season 2, Episode 7. And, of course, we'll be back with Episode 8 and in the next few days. Very exciting. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Walsh running the Irish crane, and look at the move. He's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front with fifth all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh.